Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said he's willing to hand over 2 captured North Korean soldiers in exchange for Ukrainian prisoners of war. The 2 men, who are both wounded, were captured in the Kursk region of Russia and have been interrogated with the help of South Korea's intelligence services. They are the first living proof that Kyiv has of North Korean involvement in the conflict. The Times' special correspondent Anthony Loyd is reporting from Ukraine, and he joins me now. Anthony, hello.
Hello.
Thanks for being with us, Anthony. What's the importance of capturing these soldiers for Ukraine then? What does it show?
It is, as the Ukrainians have said, the first indisputable proof of North Korean involvement in the war in Ukraine. Before that, in the previous few weeks, we've seen a lot of drone footage. There's been photographs, allegedly, of the bodies of North Korean soldiers. The Russians have always countered by saying that the bodies shown in photographs or in drones are not North Korean soldiers. They are, in fact, Russian soldiers from eastern Russia. This is the first time that there's living proof of the North Korean involvement in the battlefield.
I mean, given that we understand there to be quite a few North Korean soldiers fighting, isn't it surprising it's taken so long for this to happen?
No, I don't think so. I think the nature of the front lines around Kursk, which is obviously the region of Russia, in which these 2 North Korean soldiers were captured by Ukrainian forces. Ukrainian forces went into the area of Kursk last August and on a big and surprise offensive there. Since then, they've lost about 50% of the territory they captured there, but they're still holding out. Very important for Ukraine. The nature of the battlefield there means that often there's a very big no man's land between the positions of either side, and a lot of soldiers are killed out in no man's land. It's very difficult to either get wounded soldiers back who are lying out there, or even the bodies of soldiers lying out. So it's a very vicious battlefield in which the capture of participants from either side, or the recovery of wounded or even bodies, is problematical. That said, Ukrainian soldiers have also given 2 types of descriptions over the North Koreans. Some say they are, indoctrinated, extremely disciplined, will advance impervious to casualties, and then will kill their own wounded rather than leave them on the battlefield. Other Ukrainians said it's not quite like that, and that they're not very tactically efficient on the battlefield, and they advance in a fairly amateurish way and suffer heavy casualties. But either way, this is the first time that 2 have been captured alive. At the end of December, 1 North Korean soldier was captured. He was very badly wounded and died soon afterwards, and before he could be questioned by the Ukrainians. But these 2, they're both wounded. Their wounds are not life-threatening. So it is a kind of propaganda coup for Ukraine. But what happens next is in some doubt now. Zelensky said yesterday, suddenly towards the end of the day, that he might exchange them. Previous to that, he had said on Saturday that he might expose them to international journalists. Now he's saying he might exchange them for Ukrainian prisoners.
And there's some suggestion that South Korea's National Intelligence Service has been involved in interrogating them, in interviewing them and assessing them, right?
Yes, that's certainly the case. The NIS, the South Korean Intelligence Agency, did actually in December. They were the ones who confirmed the first prisoner who was taken, who was wounded, had died. And they have confirmed now, or the Ukrainians have confirmed, that the NIS are involved in the interrogation of these 2 prisoners now.
It seems like an astonishing situation. I understand that they don't speak English, Russian, or Ukrainian, and that yet there they are, having to get by there. Do we know anything about the circumstances in which they were taken?
It seems that they were taken in 2 separate incidents. One of them was certainly captured on the 9th of January, at least according to President Zelensky. It was captured by Ukrainian special forces in the Kursk region. The other one was captured in the same region, not sure which date, whether it's the same date or a different date, and that was by Ukrainian paratroopers.
Right. Okay. Wow. And the expectation is there would be an exchange for Ukrainian troops.
Well, that was what was intimated by President Zelensky late yesterday. But earlier on Saturday, he hadn't said that, and he said that these 2 prisoners would be shown to international journalists. So it's a bit uncertain what will happen to them. It's now been said that one of them wants to stay in Ukraine and the other one wants to go back, be exchanged or return home. So it's a little bit unclear, actually, the fate of these 2 prisoners. One says that he's 25 years old. The other is apparently 19. One's been wounded in the jaw. The other has been wounded in the leg and both hands.
And look, I'd imagine North Korean media comms aren't up to much, but has there been any comment from over there?
No comment yet. And so certainly the chatter coming out of Russia, of course, is that these are not North Korean soldiers, that these are from the Russian Federation, from out, actually one of them in the Republic of Tuva. That's what the Russians are saying. The ID on them, one had no ID at all. The other had ID belonging to another soldier who was from the Republic of Tuva. So the Russians, of course, saying, oh no, these are not North Koreans, they're out from out east. It seems almost indisputable that they are North Koreans.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed, Anthony Loyd. Anthony is, of course, the Times' special correspondent, and he has been reporting from Ukraine.
Вперед, за мной, за мной! Давай, 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 давай! Пошел! Смотри слева! АГС! Гранаты кидай, давай, стрель! Гранаты кидай! Граната! Слышу, слышу! Вперед! Вперед! Где там Анива? Анива, вперед пошел! Давай, давай, пошел! Ползи! Давайся! Пулемет! Давайся или умрешь! Пулемет, иди сюда, сюда, гранаты, быстро! Быстро сюда! Все сюда! Все, держи, держи, контроль, контроль, стреляй. Держу. Туда, туда, тут не пройти. Давай, давай, пошел. Пошел, пошел, не стой. Иди. Пошли. А? Я кидаю. Где еще яма?
Вот она еще, только впереди все.
Фонарик мне, быстро! Есть, есть! Люди есть тут. Слышишь? Давай, быстро, быстро заходим. Где это? Заходи, заходи. Заходи. А? Заходи, заходи. А? Прячься! Прячься! Что там, все? Чисто? Чисто, держим оборону.